Okay, welcome back to Fire Force Anime Review, episode number 24. This one, I'm pretty much reviewing episode number 28, Groping Through the Fire, and the 229th and 238th chapters of the manga. Yep. Now, the title of the episode is quite strange for an episode of Fire Force. Why? Because it sounds like something very sexual. But that's the anime for you. The episode kind of has like several things going on. Now, if you're curious still, like what chapters this one adapt? Oh boy. Okay, this is what adapted. Basically adapted chapters 103 to 105, and they almost got through almost the entirety of chapter 106, except they skipped over pretty much 7 pages of the chapter. They have the first 12 pages and the last 2 pages of the chapter. And it looked like, though, looked at the thing, it looked like they adapted a few pages, so they have 207 pages, 9 through 11, so a little bit into the following chapter. Yeah, through some flashbacks of this episode. Okay, we have the stuff going on with Shira, not Shinra, where he's fighting Kadri. He's a big bulky guy who works for the second pillar. He fights him the whole episode. Imiku, the fifth pillar, she, of course, a lot of her stuff in the episode is pretty much the same, and they fight the whole episode. They do add some stuff here and there, like, okay, they fight each other at one point, then she tries to get away, and then they're stopped by now they have it basically where, at one point, he gets pinned out by a bunch of other white-clad soldiers, and then we have 2 people he met during the first Company 1 arc show up again, Juggernaut and another guy. I can't remember, he's from Company 2, I think he is. Yeah, they show up to Shira, and then Shira goes off, and he goes continue about Shigeru, though he basically tries to go after Izuku, though he's stopped by Chichigu, and, like, he complains, oh, you don't have enough heat, and they show, like, a flashback of him, like, knowing the rock move, basically doing this, almost like a Spider-Man style move. Yeah, and using that to take on Chichigu. And that's what things ends with him. Captain Obi, mind you, first seen with Iris, putting on some infernals, and then he rushed over to help the lieutenant and deal with more infernals there. Arthur is seen first helping evacuees, and then Maki's like, hey, Arthur, I found the plasma girl. Go and take her on. And they fight. It's a very brief thing. Now, is this cut short because the anime cut short from the manga? No, that's how quick it was. It basically doesn't continue, it just stops after a very brief scene. And she's like, oh no, not you. Yep. I'm surprised guess how much he thinks he himself as a king knight. He'd probably like, okay, what the heck is up with the crown on your face? That is something that even I would ask. Like, if you're the second pillar, I get the outfit, fine. Why the crown over your face? No idea. As in the case of Vulcan and Victor. Yeah, they're taking on some infernals. Though Tamaki shows up in a nun outfit. Yep, this is from the manga. They do add something. They do add the big extension basically because they put up the gag of every time she trips, a lot of her clothes fall off. Like, a lot of her clothes. Like, she just happens to put some debris while wearing in a nun outfit, and her top and bottom both come off. Yep, and they're probably wondering, like, okay, you're in the mention, oh yeah, your veil basically stay on. It's a slight change of dialogue that they present in the manga. Oh yeah, and also, there's tons of infernals the whole episode. Yeah, that's actually from the manga itself, so that's not really much a change. So, and there is a mild change here. Like, they're trying to take on these infernals, and of course, Tamaki is trying to do a prayer, and then they turn to ice thanks to a bell. Yes, a freaking bell. A handbell. Turns out it's actually from her former lieutenant, who in the manga they refer to as a captain, despite the fact he isn't a captain, he is a freaking lieutenant. Yeah, I'm not really sure why this is, where they say he's a captain, even though this guy's from Company 1. They say the manga is a captain, even though Captain Burns is still alive at this point, and the manga is dead. Yeah, he got killed off by the white-clad soldiers. And what about here? Yeah, he's still alive. Why the heck they've heard to in the anime as a lieutenant and the manga as a captain? No idea. That's just how things are. And then like she got her clothes back on and her socks coming off, and then she walks behind Victor and their top and basically her bra comes off. Basically, she's standing right behind Vulcan where she's wearing nothing but a pair of panties. Yeah, and in case you wanted the socks falling off and the bra falling off, that's completely unoriginal. And just to play up the gag of basically every time she trips, her clothes fall off. It's a recurring gag in the series. Yeah, it's something though she is not. It's kind of something that they never really established. Even this is basically both the same in anime. They established that yes, she comes from the company one. Oh yeah, and also we have Iris, who's basically about taken out by her and Obi about taken out by a bunch of infernals. Then we have people from Company 2 show up, a squadron, now they call it a brigade in the manga here. It's like a squadron of nuns who assist Iris basically put down the infernals, like a whole boatload of them. Yeah, and that's how the episode is basically all big action points. And just continuing on basically where they left off. Yeah, it's a really action-packed episode, and if I can't wait for next week, which, before I can tell from the description, it might wrap up. I think it wraps up the actual arc next week. Yeah. So, good episode, and interesting though, the day of production taking this arc very slowly. Yeah, so far adapting in just 2 episodes of this whole arc. Yeah, because this arc officially started last week. Yeah, this arc last episode. With episode 27. This is 28. And they have pretty much just only adapted of the entire arc. They've adapted probably the first 6 out of 12 chapters. Yeah, they got to basically already halfway through this arc so far. So, either this arc will finish by next week, or the next episode, episode 5, or episode 6. Alright, moving on to the manga. Chapter 229, Bearing the Sun. Chapter starts off with still banter between the Catholic Company and his former mentor, who's now in a Demon Inferno. And of course, then cheering him on. Yeah, more cheering, of course. Yep, so they throw a bunch of like flame sticks. The system basically gets uses to help deal with stuff like sacrificing his own town in order to take on Inferno. Yeah, he does this all the frickin' time. They chose in the Asakusa arc. Yep. And throwing stuff around, and it kind of looks like, though, that he's finally been defeated. Yep, took long enough. Yep, he hasn't been defeated. So yeah, with him defeated, it's like, okay. And then the chapter ends quite unusually with seeing the moon and it's smiling. Yeah. I think this is actually Easter egg for Soul Eater. Because it's the same creator, and the moon in Soul Eater basically was like this with a crescent moon and it's smiling. Yeah, that's probably my guess of why it's like that, okay? Moving on to chapter 230. Chapter starts off with Cosima and Habara looking at the cartoony moon. It might be a nod to... Yeah, I still think it's a nod to Soul Eater. It's like, what is up with that moon? The sea returns to normal. Moon, you telling me that's the moon? Change the moon shape. I mean that. Alright. We're drinking sake while the moon watches us. Okay. Yeah, and the thing is smiling. It's like so hilarious. Yeah, it's like, okay. How come it's so relaxed? The moon is like a goofy expression. I've never seen a moon look like that. No, wait. We draw the moon like that all the time. It's our perception of the moon. It's preferred to see that as effective the calculus. Ah! Call me Dr. Memo. Like there's a wanted man. Yep, it's Victor. Wearing this goofy wig on his face. Okay. Yeah, look at this thing. I'm like, okay. What the heck is up with this? It's basically a giant furball coming his face. But still crazy, so once this part is perfectly clear. Hey Kidro, before you said that doppelganger was different from your master. First saying, look, we're dead on. When I met my doppelganger, it was all similar. The destruction of Tokyo. The brute. Yep. And talk about Dola, and it would be death. Really the same. It was all one pillar remains until the world merges with Dola. At what point the world would be destroyed. This is getting heavy. Well, if we're gonna be destroyed anyways, must be. I should bust the place first. Master really did that. Please stop with jokes. I don't want to imagine what your doppelganger do if you appear. Okay. And then we see the representative from Hydro Industries. He comes to the water, the director. Her achieved the mission. So he comes down and sees one of the pillars, like. And then we cut to seeing Sho and Arrow wearing civilian outfits. Sho looks so hilarious wearing a scarf, a sweater, and pants. Arrow is just basically wearing she's basically dressed like how a mother would dress in Tokyo. It's so hilarious. And it's like, okay, the 7 pillars seem the category is progressing without any issues. Indeed, the world is about to run foul of them. However, and they show the outfits is so hilarious. Oh look, that boy is so cute, it's unreal. Is he Angel? I never heard Angel coming to Earth. Oh, come on. I thought it was fitting to surface for perfectly. Should I test the boy attention? Not yet. My family, brother, mother. Before the destroy, I want to know about my family. So they go to the regional office, basically family records. He says, Mother and I were resumed dead 12 years ago. I should have learned something from my family records. But neither you nor I officially exist on the surface of how we request the records. I have no interest in dealing with red tape. Have you forgot my power? I'll stop time to steal it. You stay here, I won't be long. And they go to a playground. Commander, is that? The Gosami family register. As I thought I'm listed dead. Mother, America Siri. Hurry. Because that's my mother's name. What's the mother? It's not listed anywhere. I can't find my father's name. Yeah, this is quite interesting. Now here's a color image of what they would look like in color. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I appreciate though that the artist basically, I don't know who did this, but this is a great color rendition of the outfit. Yep. But I think that's been an interesting little mystery. I think it's something that I have basically have been curious about this for quite some time. Like, okay, now Shira's got a brother, a mother. Where's the father? Yes, who is the father? That would be interesting to find out. Yeah, so hopefully they explore that next chapter. Because, well, they say, oh yeah, the world's ending in the book, so yeah. So something else. I give both chapters a 9 out of 10 because we finally moved past a fight that's been going on for about 7 chapters. Yeah, the fight between the captain of Company 7 and his mentor went on for way too long. I thought this fight really dragged on. And plus we have flashbacks. Okay, flashbacks, whatever. Yep. So yeah, that's it for this particular review. My next review will hopefully be Case Closed. If not, well, I'll basically do Boruto. I'll probably just do Case Closed tonight. I'll probably just do Boruto probably tomorrow. Okay? But see you next video. Bye.